Well, just getting everything loaded this morning. November 15th here in Michigan. Always the opening day of rifle season, kind of like a holiday. Had a great night at deer camp. Just going to get everything loaded up here. We've got probably about half-mile ranger ride. Going to drop off my nephews. Then going to run Dad to his stand, go and park and walk in. I'm going to hunt what I call the log blind. I've hunted there for, yikes, 20 some years. Now, this is going to be the first opener that I don't have Shelly with me in a while. She's got a couple of tests today in school. Come on now, having school on November 15th, terrible. But she's doing the right thing, gonna make those tests, so we'll get her out later this year. But we got one more buck tag here in the state, and we've had a couple of giant deer here on camera. Now, I haven't seen them in a while, but it's literally the middle of a rut, so they're kind of on lockdown. So the thing about opening day in Michigan, there are a ton of hunters in the field, so deer are getting pushed all over the place. You never know what you're gonna see. So should have an active day today in the stand. Weather's dropping as the day goes on, so it should be good. Should be a lot of movement. Here we go. You gotta use those long leg ears to walk. Well, it's about 10:30 here. I've seen about 30 does and I think 4 different bucks. Nothing big. Caught a glimpse of something that looked like a 2.5-year-old 8-point. Still not old enough or big enough. Wasn't supposed to rain today, but it's been raining all day pretty hard. So I think that's kind of slowing down activity. I'm hoping it's going to stop here in a little bit and then maybe catch a little midday activity. But just kind of hunkered in. It went from a light sprinkle to a downpour. So heard some shots around, but pretty slow for a Michigan opener. I think the weather definitely had a lot to do with that. So gonna hunker in here. Generally, this stand has a lot of midday activity when other hunters get up and start leaving the woods. Generally see a lot of what do I call older bucks come through here. And I'm also sitting on a bedding area. A lot of does in that bedding area. I think bucks cruise midday looking for them this time of year also. Well, just got changed, gonna get everything loaded up in the truck. Super short drive today, November 16th, gonna hunt my driveway again. Yesterday, opening day of rifle season, always hunt the same blind, call it the log blind. Sat there all day, saw oh man, saw I think 9 different small bucks, probably over 40 does. So it was active, just didn't see any old deer. Only gonna hunt a couple hours this morning. Drove home last night. Gonna get out, hunt my driveway this morning. There's been a couple of shooters on and off here. Had a new 8-point show up yesterday while I was checking the trail cam. Weather dropped, it is full moon. So it'll be interesting. Got a couple hours this morning. Gonna get out again, November 16th, second day of rifle season here in Michigan. Well, just had a tall tine 9-point that I've had on camera here for the last couple of months come through. Started, there were 3 small bucks chasing a hot doe. Actually got to film one of them breeding. And I was like, man, this is not gonna be a good morning if that's the breeder buck around. Then all of a sudden I looked up, this tall tine 9-point just kind of appeared out of the middle of nowhere. Now, a little bit of adjusting, trying to get the camera and the gun out the door. And anyways, never as easy as it should, but got the shot on film, just looked, he mule kicked. I'm thinking he's actually laying right over there. He took off, I didn't see him come out the other window, so I don't think he went very far. That is awesome. November 16th, it's only been light for about 45 minutes. I'm gonna kind of just let everything settle down here for a little bit, enjoy the moment, but that's awesome. Tall tine 9-point, can't wait to go look at this deer. Well, just getting out of the blind, you can see behind me here, shot was about 65 yards, so he's right in here. And of course, when he was moving here, like he was in the wide open. Of course, I couldn't get my freaking camera set up on time and my gun up, so. On that one or this one. Yeah, there is blood everywhere. He must have been standing back here. Oh yeah. He was standing right here. If you look, there is, oh, bam, the blind. And he is not going very far at all. That's awesome. There's a big scrape back here I never saw. Also, I'll show you the scrape. It must have, this was just out of sight this morning from where I was sitting, but that explains why there was so much going on over here. The scrape is, I mean, freshly worked up. There's a water source right over there, kind of going between the food plots, their bedding and everything here. It's a pretty special place here. That is awesome. Look at that. That is awesome. I just found him here. It actually could be a 10. He's got a little kicker off his G2 on the left side. And it's borderline an inch long, but I'm gonna call him a 9. This is just an awesome deer on the west coast of Michigan here, right along the driveway again. I've had this deer on trail cam for the last couple of months. Happened quick with a little adjustment, trying to get the camera, everything set up, and of course clinking in that blind, but he had one thing on his mind and it wasn't me in that blind, so that is awesome. And he actually died right along a 2-track here. It's gonna be super easy pickup.